Welcome to the Varsity Kansas Big Show. I'm Taylor Eldridge. This week I'm joined by Northwest coach Steve Martin. Coach, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
There's a big one this Friday, Northwest at Derby. Arguably the number one offense in the state with Northwest versus the number one defense in Derby. Everyone's looking forward to this. I mean, does it just have a feel of, this is the second round of the playoffs, but it feels like a big time game, doesn't it?
It's a big one. I don't know. It is. It's fun. I'm pretty good friends with Coach Clark, through the association and stuff like that. So, we have some history with, going back to my Heights days and stuff like that. And, it should be fun. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. We talk to our kids about the Derby atmosphere. It's going to be a fun environment. They're second to none when it comes to crowd and atmosphere. It's the type of environment you want to play in, you want to coach in, and I'm glad our kids get to experience that because it's a win-win for our program to go down there and play there, and I'm excited for our kids that we get to go down there and play in that atmosphere. It is one thing that we wanted to go down there and play last year, and it didn't work out for us. So we're excited to go get that chance to play down there this year.
Yeah, and this year Derby's defense has just, rolled over everyone. You look at the schedule, though, and I don't know if they've seen an offense as high caliber as your guys' is. I think you guys have the number one offense the second straight year now. So I feel like this is a matchup everyone wants to see. As a coach, does this type of matchup kind of get you excited? Just, the strength for strength?
Oh, I think so. But I think that's a credit to Derby's defense coordinator, Coach Armstrong, who's a good friend of mine. He, I refer to him as a defensive guru in the aspect that, and that's one of the things I tell our kids is that if we line up differently, he's going to know it. His kids are going to know it because he just is a student of the game. And, it's a credit to him and his defense assistants on that side of the ball because they just do a great job of studying the game, and his kids know exactly where we're going to be. But, it's going to be a chess match, whether we can make the adjustments that he's going to make. And we know it's going to be a fun environment for that in the aspect. But, it is going to be a lot of fun in that aspect. But, I'd have to argue with you in the aspect that they've played some good teams. They've played a Bishop Carroll that we've given up a lot. We gave up 49 points to that Bishop Carroll team. They've played a Goddard team that has been putting up a lot of points on people. But that defense they have is very good, and they run to the ball. They're a bunch of ball hawks, and all 11 of those guys get to the ball. So we definitely have a big challenge on moving the ball on those guys Friday.
Yeah, at different points this season, the defense, or the Northwest defense, you guys have given up some points, but last week you look at how well they played against Topeka. They come through with the game-winning sack. You feel like the defense really took a step forward last week? Yeah,
I think we've seen a lot of growth from them since the Heights game, the Great Bend game. We talk about the Garden City game. Of course, everybody talks about our 27-point where, we let that 27-point lead slip away. But, that wasn't just on the defense. We had some miscues offensively that led to some short field and some bad special teams play that gave Garden City some short fields. And Garden City is a good offense, too. So, that wasn't just on our defense. That was on our offense and special teams. And, I'm going to take some blame on that, too. But, we felt like after that Great Bend game, we made some personnel changes. We didn't really change a whole lot schematically. Mm-hmm. And we thought like our young guys, our 5 sophomores that we had been playing a lot have grown up and are doing a good job and have trust what we're doing scheme-wise. And, and I don't know if we've played our best game yet. We're going to need to play absolutely the perfect game to be able to upset these guys Friday night.
I was going to ask you, Derby, they've just rolled over everyone this season. Like you said, they played some good teams, and I believe they beat everyone by at least 3 touchdowns. So, going into the number one team in the state, their home field, in the playoffs, how do you convince these kids that a win is possible against Derby?
Well, I don't know if it is convincing. I think it's one of those things where our kids believe in ourselves. I don't think I have to convince our kids that we're gonna. I don't think I have to give them the rah-rah speech. It's one of those things. Our kids believe that we can go out and win any game. I think our offense gives our kids that type of belief. And tonight, I think our defense believes that we can go out and at least attempt to slow these guys down. We're confident in the fact that we're going to go out and give these guys a game. We're not going to go over there and lay down for them. Do we respect them? Absolutely. They're one of the best programs that we've seen in a long time. Coach Clark has a tremendous setup. they're in position to win. They are what Randy Dreiling had going on at Hutch 7 years ago. They're set up to succeed with what they do with their middle school programs and their 0 hours that they started with their middle school programs. You know, they're set up for this.
Yeah.
We're necessarily not set up. We're still trying to catch them when it comes to our program. So for us to go into this game, it's a win-win for us because number one, if you upset them, we still get to play. For our younger kids, we're still growing up in our program, we get to see what it takes to get to where they're at. So for us, it's a win-win situation to go down there and go toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah, and Derby, obviously a very exciting team to watch. Northwest, I mean, you guys have been putting up points all season. Jalil Rounds, Austin Anderson, Martise Mullins, Jackson Reynolds. I mean, all these guys. I mean, should be a pretty fun game to watch on Friday, shouldn't it?
Well, we hope so. We hope so. Otherwise, it could be miserable. But no, it's going to be a fun atmosphere, and we're excited about our chance to go try to throw some haymakers and have a good time Friday night. So
all right, we'll be out there Friday covering the game. Be sure to check out varsitykansas.com for all the coverage.